China's top internet regulator, the Cyberspace Administration of China (CAC), announced on September 22, 2025, a 2-month nationwide crackdown on social media content. The campaign targets online posts that the government deems to contain malicious incitement of conflict, also negative outlook on life and other harmful material. The CAC said it aims to curb the spread of violence, vulgarity and pessimism online and promote a civilized and rational digital environment. The Chinese government has now come up with a new social media policy. Under the new Chinese policy, which took effect in late 2025, only influencers with verified university degrees or certified professional expertise can discuss sensitive topics such as medicine, law, finance and education. Not just that, but the new law also requires influencers to cite their sources and conflict of interest disclaimers, and also no more advertising of medical services and supplements. It also prevents false claims in areas that impact public welfare. The recent crackdown, which focused on posts exploiting social issues by linking them to identity, region or gender, content spreading rumors about the economy or public policy, narratives promoting world weariness or lying flat, which is a rejection of China's work-intensive culture. Considering all these points, the new policy has come to fruition. The rule is part of China's broader campaign to tighten control over online information and combat misinformation, or also unqualified commentary on technical subjects. It also aligns with efforts to ensure that online voices reflect state-approved expertise and values. This has sparked a global conversation on digital responsibility and need to expertise in public online spaces. Platforms like Douyin, Weibo and Bilibili are now required to check influencers' credentials with penalties for non-compliance, including account suspension, removal and fines up to 100,000 yuan, which approximately is 2,42,780 rupees. China's live streaming and influencer industry, worth over 1.2 trillion yuan in 2022, is undergoing major regulation. Authorities observe rising cases of influencers offering financial, medical, legal or educational advice without proper credentials. To curb misinformation and protect consumers, China introduced a new 2025 policy requiring influencers in these fields to prove professional qualification. This will also have a major impact on global brands operating in China, especially in health, finance, wellness or education. Campaigns can be suspended or removed if an influencer lacks verification, even if the brand itself is compliant. Having a large following is no longer enough. Verified expertise now outweighs popularity, shifting influence from informal opinion to credential-based authority. The main reason behind this policy is that it follows a rise in consumer complaints over misleading medical and financial advice. Regulators found that nearly 30% of users had encountered deceptive or exaggerated influencer claims, some causing real harm. This policy will have a global impact because China's move could set a precedent for other markets as global debates on digital responsibility grow. The EU's Digital Services Act and similar discussions elsewhere indicate that credential verification may become a global standard. Brands can no longer afford informal partnerships. Verifying credentials is no longer a courtesy, it is a necessity. Data from 2022 shows how influence these creators feel. With over 900 million internet users in China and rising demand for niche professional advice, the intersection of trust and compliance has never been more critical. If your influencer campaign addresses skin treatments, investment, strategies, parenting tips, or legal education, pause and check the scope. Evaluate if the content veers into regulated territory. Then verify credentials. China's credential-based influencer regulation sets a strong example for global digital landscape. In an era where misinformation can spread faster than facts, requiring verified qualification for influencers discussing finance, health, law, or education ensures accountability and public trust. This framework should be implemented worldwide, not to restrict creativity, but to promote integrity, protect consumers, and build a more credible and responsible influencer economy across all markets. And this should be seen not as constraint, but framework. One that invites more credible content, clearer accountability, and a fairer playing field for both creators and brands.